Hello and welcome back to another episode of the South Coast playthrough, and welcome back to... Well, we're at St. Austell at the moment. As you saw from the last video, we completed the line between Plymouth and Penzance, getting the final, well, the last very, major leg of that line sorted out and done. We are down here, where we'll be continuing on with our escapades. In the background of the last video, you saw me finish off the multiple branch lines that we have going on down this end, being Truro to Falmouth, Truro to Newquay, as well as Penzance to St Ives. We've got a city class that's just arriving onto platform number 1. In today's video, we'll be looking into the Bude to Lude line, getting some traffic on that one, and then, fingers crossed, we'll have some time to have a look at some freight traffic as well, to try and get some stuff in. I've done some more work in the background. I've done a few extra little bits to get myself in a position where we can actually start to think about fuel, and the transfer policy for that. So that looking all good. Hello, Mr. City Class, with your 10 passengers on board. There's another one in the background down there that I can see. It's all the way down there. But at the moment, the line is still gaining traction and passengers. So it's not as busy as one would expect. Coming back northbound towards Exeter, however, that line is indeed very, very popular. Just considering on everything that was. The double unit for the Newquay branch. Well, first of all, I'm gonna get rid of that unit because we don't need it. There was no need for me to do a third train, and I don't know what I was thinking. Secondly, I have actually changed the express parcels van on this set to be a second passenger saloon, just because, again, there was no need for me to have a parcels van on a line that didn't have a section for any parcels. So that's that. So we're going to get back up to Lisgard, or Lisgard, or I have no idea how you pronounce this line. And we're going to work on this. So first of all, we're going to branch this line out that way, keeping it flat. And I'm actually going to do a cutting. Oh, for fuck's sake. Are you upset? Train 41 foot. Oh, because you can't get into that platform because that train's a little on the big side. I didn't think about that. So 150 can't be anything more than 130. Okay. Well, first of all, let's fix this train because I can't do anything more to this line unless I fix this train. Where's the cities? Cities are here under the 3700s. Passengers. In fact, I might utilize the bow ends, I think. And then go with a 5 coach like that. Yeah, that then drags that down to being 109 meters. There we go. And then that's that one all ready. There we go. That's better. Right, back to what we were doing until we were rudely interrupted by by the railway going, "What is going on?" Down to here, down to Loon. We're gonna do that as a cutting, that as a cutting as well. There we go. Bit like that. Now, how am I going to do this? Bit like that. And then have that line go across like that. Drag that line out like that. And then you can come in like that. Bit like that. And then do like the loop. The loop that I need there as well. So something a bit like that. Now, how am I going to get the freight from this side in? I'm going to have to do something really jank, aren't I? Or not quite as jank as I thought I was going to be. That works. Just about. Let's get this track in, and we'll get it in. A max speed of 10 miles an hour around that corner. I mean, it's yeah, it is what it is. Right, signal there, signal there, and a signal there, and a signal there. Signal there, signal there, signal there. Just do a set of signals all in there, and then let's get the auto sig on, I think. Right. Secondly, we want to do the loop here. I said we want to do the loop here. Come on, Transport Fever. Stop being a bitch. Thank you. That one. And then that one there. Do that, do that. Excellent. Right. So that's that's that junction line done. Now we need to try and get out of Bood, which is here. Which again is on a hill, so that's going to be fun. Now, I've been thinking about what trains I want to use on this branch. I'm thinking I'm going to use the prairies, just because I thought it's a longer distance, like quote unquote branch. I reckon it's going to need something suitable, and I went, yeah, that makes sense for the prairies. So we'll be utilising prairies for this. There we go. And a bit like that, everything is there, sorted. Throw a one-way signal there, and one-way signal there, and a one-way signal there, which will then lead into doing all of that. Excellent. We'll put the protection signal there, and we'll put that signal there. Gives us all of those, and then you want to take off one way, and that for here and here. Excellent. So let's get some lines in, because what we've also got. Ah, yes, this is what I was one of the things I was working on. There we go. Right. First things first. We want the food, Lysiard, and Lou. Back to that and that one. Excellent. So that's going to be the Great Western, food, and Lou branch. Excellent. That's what I wanted. And now we're going to get the crude lines in. So, Falmouth cargo. To Plymouth cargo. And it is indeed utilising the correct line. So that's what I like. Cool. And then, let's see. Yes. So that is the Great Western, Plymouth, crude. And then we're going to be going from Plymouth to just outside of Newton Abbot. There we go. And that is going to be the Great Western Railway, Newton Abbot oil. Excellent. So, with that stated, let's get the passenger trains working first, because he says passenger trains working first. Another thing that I've also done is I've also gone ahead and gotten the freight lines working, basically. So, Newton Abbot oil. And then we want the Plymouth crude. There we go. And on the opposite side, we're going to have the Exeter oil, all the Exeter fuel going on, because we've already got the trucks working ready for... Yeah, we've already got the trucks en route to Exeter from a road depot, so I don't even have to worry about that. Them's the good things. I like it when I'm prepared, because it means I'm prepared to do everything that I need. Excellent. Right. Which should now mean that, yes, the oil rig down here, offshore oil rig, is creating fuel. Which means I'm going to have things being transported. Excellent. And now, whilst we are waiting for trains to leave the depot, we're gonna go to this depot space, go to Steam, find me my prairie, which of course we're going to use the large prairies, and we'll use the 5101 class. I think 150 meters will do us for this one. 6 trains, and that is the food to Lou branch. Excellent. That is perfect. Let's also get that in, because that is Newton Abbot oil. So for the longer distance Falmouth to Plymouth, we've got the 2884 class on both that and then the Plymouth to Newton Abbot. And then from Newton Abbot to Exeter, we've got Collect Goods. 225s. So that's where we're at. what I'm going to do is I'm going to say you can go into 2, 3 as well, and then also do 2 and 3 at that end. Plymouth crude. Yeah, go into all 3 if all 3 are available. And then Newton Abbot oil, do the same. Plymouth, all 3. Newton Abbot, all 3. Ta-da! So, Exeter is getting busy in terms of capacity and trains. I mean, look at this. We've even got in an Exeter cargo platform from the north, so that northbound services can terminate there. For example, such as like coal or iron, whatever I need to transfer down south, transfer there. I've already got that in there. We've got, yeah, everything is happening all at once today. We've got a very busy Exeter, which is always a good thing. You've got 800 Semil Delil leaving, or should be leaving. It would be leaving if there wasn't an 8750 in the way. Typical. Freight's already moving. I mean, what I could probably even do is I could probably go another step further and go from Falmouth Cargo. You're going to pick up nothing but fish and steak, and you're going to drop that off all the way up here in Exeter. You're not going to pick up anything on the way back. Falmouth Cargo, you're going to go via the cargo loops, of course. So I've put these cargo loops in for one reason, and that's to keep everything at bay. Yeah, I want you on the slow lines as well, on the way out, on the ways, because I don't want you blocking the fast lines. Are they still blocking the fast lines there as well? No, they're on the slow lines. Excellent. So that stays on the slow, that stays on the slow. So yeah, keep it on the slow lines, outbound as well. Exeter, slow line. Excellent. While I'm here, Plymouth Cargo, I want you on that line, because you keep moving yourself to be on the fast line. So fish and meat, and it's going to be Exeter fish and meat. And I need a train for that as well. So what I'm going to do is we're going to have... first of all, we need something that's going to be able to carry both fish and meat, which these vans can. We got refrigerated, or is it all the same? Metal bodies. I'm thinking the minx. No, not the minx. Where are they? V6s, perhaps. Yeah, V6s. Now, the freights can't go anything higher than 250. So, that's fine. It means they're going to be... means they're going to be a little bit short. There we go. And what do I want on the fish and meat? Probably a mogul, I think. I'm gonna want another, just a single more another V6. Okay. That makes 30 of them. There we go, and then we'll put that on the Exeter fish and meat. There we go. And we're then going to want a truck line between Exeter for fish and meat, aren't we? Which we're going to cheat and go, yeah, you're going to want meat and fish for your commercial zones. Which means... where it is at the moment is slap bang in the middle of where I want it to be, which is even better. So, truck, line. It is the truck, fish, and meat. And then I want Falmouth Road Depot, where I need some more trucks. And you're going to want 5 of those. There we go. Freight trains are already on the move. That's a Plymouth Crude. New Navic Oil. Are we going to have issues with capacity on this line now that I've added more trains? Probably. Are we going to get more money because it's going to be a case of there's going to be more stuff happening and it means we can actually have fuel and fish be loaded onto trains? Yeah, pretty much. And there we go. We've got fish travelling to the harbour of Falmouth, ready for distribution. The Falmouth branches are actually doing pretty nicely. Penzance Churro, that's all good. Niki branches, not doing too badly either. Ah! The phones are ringing in the office. Ah! Meanwhile, all the phones start ringing in the office because somebody loves me. There we go. We're also going to have Plymouth to the line of people. There we go. I'm going to add Plymouth to... So, truck, Plymouth, fuel. Because we're also going to do a fuel line in Plymouth as well to try and... Well, to boost more efficiency with the fuel. Because why not? Down to Plymouth fuel. There we go. So that's fuel for Plymouth as well. So that should now have 2 consumers being Plymouth, yep, and Exeter. Boom! Technically you can get... We might be able to just road it between Torquay and Plymouth and Kingswear. So that might be worth looking into. Just like truck it between those locations, maybe. Is there anywhere else like by road technically? Oakhampton, maybe. Yeah, we could do Oakhampton. Dawlish needs some. So you could probably road traffic it from some locations, from like from the refinery to Torquay to Paynton to Kingswear to Oakhampton. There's a lot of locations nearby that I can just do. So if I do that, there we go. Put in a road as well between there and here. There we go. And then also one from up there to up there. And then I can do a drop-off point there. A drop-off point. A drop-off point here. Drop-off point there. And then we can go over to there and drop off one there as well, can't we? Yes. And then do that road from here to there. Yep. Tunnel that. Excellent. So that's going to be truck. Oakhampton fuel. Truck. Call that Kingswear fuel. Torquay fuel. And then we'll do one more down over here in Dawlish. Which, to be fair, could go there. Truck. Dawlish. Fuel. So basically, we've now got... what? 5 locations now that need fuel. Yeah. So I need 20 vehicles from Falmouth Road Depot. 20 from Falmouth, and I'm going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of you on the Oakhampton. Oakhampton. On the Paynton. The Torquay. And then finally the Dawlish. I've done things wrong. I've not given a route some fuel. And I think it was a Kingswear that I didn't give any fuel to. So Kingswear. Boom. So that is now connected up those lovely places to there. How's my freight doing? Oh, that's a crew train. So the yeah, there's the Newton Abbot oil. Just heading to Plymouth Cargo first. Plymouth Cargo. Which means, where's the next one? That's there. That's one of our fish trains. Which, by the way, we're clerking up the area because they don't understand how to move trains that aren't yeah. Because that's a fuel train that's sat in one of the platforms at the moment. Basically, we have successfully clogged up the line, like I said we were going to do. God almighty. Where's... Our trains on the Heathfield branch gotten lost? No, they haven't. I'm getting lost. There we go. That's a queue of traffic. $65. You've got 30. I love oil. I love oil rigs. That's my favourite. What I might do is I might throw in a an oil well over here as well. There we go. And just have that extra capacity of oil. There we go. So that's now got some extra supply from the oil well there. Probably going to see the fact that it's got a connection, and it's going to go. Yes, let's start making some oil. How much capacity has this got? So it's only got a capacity for 1,000 at the moment. That's fine. Cows. Vehicles getting stuck behind buses. Brilliant. So how far away are the how far away is my closest crude train? Is my question. Is it Plymouth? Yeah. Well, that's an oil train, so never mind. Yes. Technically, it's Ivy Bridge. That's my closest. It keeps getting stuck behind traffic as well. That's why it's running a bit behind. It keeps getting stuck. Actually, you know what? That's a screenshot. Okay. Screenshot. Screenshot for that one. There we go. That's one of our passenger trains heading south for Plymouth. Which probably... Whoa! We've got freight trains utilising the loop. Yes! The loop! I love it. I love that little loop. It was completely unnecessary, but at the same time, I love it nonetheless. It's a completely unnecessary addition, but it's cool that I've added it. Oh my god, I've actually caused... Oh my god. This... Don't look at anything. In fact, you could sit there, because we're currently blocking the main line. And, that's bad. This... I've done a thing, and I don't think the game's happy at me for it. I think the game's actually kind of upset about it. So, you know, that's fun. Please don't go in the loop. Please don't go in the loop. Please don't go in the loop. Just go straight. Just run dead. You're not needed to go through the loop, so you're fine. You can go through the loop because you're routed through the loop. Oh, thank goodness, he's going straight forward. Go! Don't get in my way, just fucking go. Holy mother of God, I've caused so many issues, but it's so funny. I shouldn't be so happy with the amount of absolute carnage I've caused, but I am very happy with the amount of carnage I've caused. I'm genuinely smiling from ear to ear because of the carnage I've caused. Holy mother of... I guess if I fits, I sits. Right. That's there, which means that signal has dropped for this guy. I'm causing so much carnage. Hey, modding community, if you're watching this, I have a request. Can you put in, or can somebody script together a mod that a mod that gives us the ability to change a train's classification? Because I think that's actually kind of needed. I've got people waiting for a train. 86 people going that way. 93 going in the opposite direction. I mean, people are traveling, which I'm very happy on. There goes a Falmouth branch. And we have crude. We have some crude oil waiting to go. And we got a boat on arrival, so you know that's about to. We're about to get more crude. There we go. More boats. More boots. More fuel. So the capacity for fuel is going up. That's the good news. And the capacity for fuel, or the amount of fuel that gets transported, will be increased even more once it arrives, for example, into Plymouth Cargo, and then further on to Newton Abbot, and then Exeter. But yes, that might be all that we have time for today, because we're coming up to 45 minutes. Also, JK, if you're also watching, because I know you're the guy that made the model for the 28X exit. If you could do me a favor, I wouldn't mind a variation of the vehicle. That is how do you say it? The one from the Queen song. You know, people who watch my video might know the one I'm after. But because it's an icon, I kind of want it. My God. There is so much carnage! I'm trying not to look at it. Right. I'm holding you in the yard. You can sit there. You can sit there and wait and let the passenger trains go through. because you're not technically needed yet. So you can sit there in Newton Abbot Yard and wait. There's another oil train there. Waiting for a path because the fish train is ahead of it. And in front of that is a passenger service that's now stopping at, or now moving on. There's the sound, oh, that's the northbound. There's the crude. It's just going through Plymouth. Of course, it's going to have an issue in Plymouth because you've got a city class that is pulling in, and there's also a branch. We're gonna do something with the timetable with the Gunness Lake branch because the frequency's off. So 2 minutes 60. No. We'll make that 3 minutes dead. Gunness Lake, 3 minutes dead. Because at the moment you are way too frequent. Way too frequent. You don't need to be that frequent. There's no need for it. There's no need to be that frequent. It really does not need to be that frequent. Right, actually. You. Back into Plymouth. Back into Plymouth you go. There goes the crude. Yeah, because there's the inbound into Newton, into Plymouth. Can I just, like... No, I can't. I was gonna see if I can try and get it to go straight through to feckin' Falmouth first instead of coming round. But apparently game says no. Also, there we go. I wanted that. That looks a lot better. Right. Plymouth. Exeter to Plymouth has got trains waiting for it, or people waiting for it. Let's head down to our good friends down here. Where's... that's one of the branch lines. Holy mother of people! 219 people waiting to go to Torquay. That's probably because they can't get out of feckin' Exeter at the moment, isn't it? Yes, it is. The trains are stuck outside of Exeter. Right. No, Jackie, you're gonna hold there, and you're going to wait for Prairie to go flying through Newton Abbot before you are let out. Jesus. Yeah, because the painting branch. I've not seen it. I was going to say, I've not seen any trains on the painting branch. Why is that? They're stuck, Captain. And when people go, they're stuck. They're stuck. They're stuck. They are very much stuck because of all the freight stuff coming out of depot. That's funny. That is funny. Incredibly funny. Right. Wait for a free path, but yeah, you are pretty much free to go after that. And I think with that fact on the signal dropping for this lovely collect goods, that's all we've got time for today, folks. I hope you guys enjoyed the first freights to be setting off on our series. That being fuel and food now being transported on our network. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I am enjoying making this series despite Transport Fever being incredibly stupid. Yeah, we'll catch you all next time, folks. Have a good one, folks. See you. Bye!